everyone, welcome to Amazing Dinosaurs. Today we are going to unbox and battle these 8 awesome new Jurassic World Rebirth Dinosaur toys. First we got the Rumble and Rampage Distortus Rex. We've got the Baryonyx Wild Roar, Frenzy Attack, Edmontonia, Spinosaurus Danger Pack, Super Colossal Mosasaurus. We've got the Electronic Real Feel Indominus Rex. We got the Strike Attack Tapejara and the Roarin Spinosaurus Mask. Cool. Go ahead and check these out. Hello everyone, welcome to Amazing Dinosaurs on YouTube. Today we're going to be unboxing these 8 brand new Jurassic World Rebirth Dinosaur toys and having awesome dino battles. Come and watch the humans get eaten. Awesome. Can our Super Colossal Mosasaurus eat more than 51 action figures to be the new champion? Keep watching. Whoa guys, it's the Super Colossal Mosasaurus! We're gonna be unboxing this guy today. It's 91 centimeters, 36 inches long. This is one huge Super Colossal Mosasaurus. It says it swallows and stores up to 20 minifigures. I've had the Colossal Indominus Rex eat about 50 of the Jurassic World action figures. Let's see how many this guy can eat. Okay, time to free this guy from the packaging. There we have our colossal body. We've got the tail and flippers in here. Let's go ahead and put it together. Okay, time to put this dino together. Are kind of hard to review because I mean this thing is massive. So the flippers click into different positions. The tail on this part will rotate back and forth. It clicks into different positions, and the back of the tail will rotate. It has a big, huge, like flipper fin on the back. I mean, it would almost look like a shark sticking out of the water. And there it is, guys. I mean, that is the Super Colossal Mosasaurus. I'm super happy they went ahead and made that. And you know what? I could have even had it eat the action figures just like that. I didn't have to use my special chair I have because this thing is sturdy. Wow, I'm loving it. Check. 1, 2. These are all Jurassic World figures. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. And we gotta shake it to get them to settle down. 34, might be broken. 42, 43, 44, 45. The record is 51 action figures from the Super Colossal Indominus Rex. 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. It has to be able to close its mouth. 54, 55, 56, 57. Let's see. Yep, it's able to close its mouth. We got 57 action figures in the Mosasaurus. He is the new king, the new champion. He beat the Super Colossal Indominus Rex, which had 51 action figures. Now comes the fun part, getting him to barf them out. Sometimes you gotta really shake it. Still in there. And we are empty. Wow, that is 57 action figures, and they were all inside the Mosasaurus. Okay guys, so there is our Super Colossal Mosasaurus. And here it is compared to the old one. It's hard to tell, but it's almost twice the size of the old one because it is a lot wider and everything. And the colors are cooler too. The old one was like blue and white. I mean, kind of boring. This new one has greens, like a darkish bluish green. It's got browns. I mean, it's got some blues and some white on its belly, and it just looks a lot cooler and more realistic. The teeth are a lot cooler. The old one was just like rounded off knobs. These are actually like spikes, which are really cool. You could go ahead and drop in an action figure and then take it out from the slot on the belly, which opens super easily now. Some of these older Colossal ones, it did not. So there you have the belly. Just barely pull it, opens up. You could take out action figures, or you could take it right out the mouth because the mouth is huge. There it is, busting out of the gates of Jurassic Park. And here it is about to eat the T-Rex, which I reviewed for you guys earlier. Awesome. Remember, you've seen these cool dino toys on Amazing Dinosaurs on YouTube. Okay, we got the Rumble and Rampage Distortus Rex. This is an awesome toy I just found at Walmart. So this has the Rumble attack. If you turn it like there, it does attack. You see these little useless floppy arms over there. It's got the Rage and Roar. Rage and Roar chomp. And like I said, that's one freaky looking dino, and you could do both at the same time. That is awesome. This thing's like 22 inches long. It's a crazy nice big dino. So it has a slash attack. It has a rage and roar attack. Let's free her. And she's free! Everybody, run for your lives! Ugliest dino ever! Check it out! Fat man is walking out of the gates of Jurassic Park, just minding his own business, and he gets chopped down. Down he goes. It's T-Rex first King Kong. Oh, one punch! He is the Tyson of the apes. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the toy before I end up accidentally breaking it. So it has the slash attack and the rage and roar. So if you do the chomp, he shakes and he rages and he roars. And of course he's got the slash attack. Ugliest dino! Wow! Okay, so let's check out some features of this. First of all, its head. I mean, I don't know what they combined to make this dino. Must have been some type of an alien, some type of a dinosaur, maybe some bugs added in there or something. I don't know, but man, that is one freaky looking dino. Check that out. And then it's got these little useless arms on the front. They just sit here and just like T-Rex arms, basically. It has a leg and an arm. I mean, that is not an arm. If you take a look at that, I mean, that's not a leg. That is an arm. That is a leg. So, I mean, I don't know what happened to this guy, but if I was him, I would be really angry too. So, again, you got the shake attack. Shake and chomp attack. And this guy could swing to both sides. So he could do like some type of a dance here. Wow, that's a freaky looking dino. And he goes perfect with custom made Jurassic Park gates I had made by my friend on Instagram. I mean, you could see, I mean, he fits right in there. So he's like bursting out of those gates, ready to eat any human that comes in his direction. Okay, guys, there we have it. Let me know in the comment section if you think this is the ugliest dino you've ever seen. Because, in my opinion, he is. Wow, check that out. Okay, freaky looking dino. Okay, time to add it to our Jurassic World Play app. Simply go ahead, scan off the picture I included for you guys. There we have it, our ugly dino. Man, is that girl ugly? Or is it a girl? I don't know. It might be a guy. There we have the attack. And then you could also go ahead and here's some size comparisons. And go ahead and scan it to your desktop. Then you could have D-Rex versus D-Rex. Cool. Can our humans survive the Spinosaurus and D-Rex? Keep on watching! Okay, so our next one is the Spinosaurus Danger Set. This is an awesome new Jurassic World Rebirth toy with the new Spinosaurus, the male and the female action figures from the movie, which this is the first action figures I've seen.
So you can see the two of them there. It has a utility tool included and the weapons case. Cool. Time to free her from the package.
Wow, check that out. That looks awesome. Check out the background too. I mean, it looks like a lot of fun. Let's take them out. Okay, so here is our Spinosaurus Danger Set. So we have Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. This is the first action figures that have come out for the movie. This is the guy that you see battling the Quetzalcoatlus in the preview. They got the weapons box. She has a rifle that breaks down in two pieces, a flare gun, a knife, and an awesome Spinosaurus. I love the Spinosauruses in the new movie. At least I think they'll have Spinosaurus in there. They have so many action figures. So this one, head moves up, down, sideways, mouth opens and closes, very realistic teeth. Arms move, legs move, tail swings around up and down, and it's just overall a really cool Spinosaurus. Here it is compared to the tail swinging Spinosaurus. I mean the tail thrasher Spinosaurus. So the tail thrasher is there. This one I already reviewed. It has the flywheel inside. You wind it up. It chomps back and forth. It swings its tail. I think that's probably going to end up being one of my favorite toys from the Jurassic World Rebirth movies. In the background there we have the D-Rex or Distortus Rex busting out the huge custom Jurassic Park gates I have. I did a review of those. Our humans survive the Spinosaurus and D-Rex. Keep on watching. Okay, let's add it to a Jurassic World Play app. There it's scanned in. You can see the dino attacking. Just scan off the picture I included for you guys. Okay, then you could add it to your desktop. There I have Spinosaurus versus Spinosaurus. Cool. It's Indominus Rex versus T-Rex! It will be our victor! Keep on watching! The fat man Dennis Nedry is just skipping through the park when all of a sudden he gets eaten by an Indominus Rex. And then it poops him out. Okay, and our next toy is the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Electronic Real Feel Indominus Rex. Has an awesome roar. It could swallow action figures. You take it out of the stomach just like you do with the Colossal Indominus Rex. You could adjust the tail into different positions. The mouth does open and close. Really cool coloring. This is one of the coolest Indominus Rexes you're gonna buy to date. So it says chomp and reveal and posable tail and roaring sounds. Cool. Let's unbox her. And she's free! Okay, there she is busting out of my giant Jurassic Park gates I had custom made for me on Instagram. This is an awesome Indominus Rex. Let's check out the features. First you have the bendable tail. You could bend into different positions. You got the awesome roar. You push. Awesome roar. You got the entire rubber body except for the legs. This is all rubber. I mean, it is really cool. Even the arms are made out of rubber. arms are super flexible. They can hold a full-size action figure, almost like it's gonna eat this guy like a popsicle. Just chomp. And then also it can eat a full-size action figure. Push it down its throat, close its mouth. It's got a slot on the bottom here that opens up, just like the Hasbro Jurassic World toys that came out in the first Hasbro movie, and then it could go ahead and poop him out. So there we have it, our awesome Indominus Rex. Let's compare it to some other Indominus Rexes. This is the Hasbro Lights and Sounds Indominus Rex from Jurassic World. It usually had a roar, but the battery died. This is brand new in the packaging. This is the one that probably made it look like the hybrid Rampage Indominus Rex from Hasbro. Jurassic World 1. This has like the vampire teeth. If you look there, the vampire teeth do drop down, which is really cool. Love the coloring. This and the one I showed you before, I think are over $500 on eBay, new in the box. Then we had the Extreme Damage Indominus Rex, which had an awesome roar. You could fit an action figure in its mouth. The battery is dying, so this had the extreme damage on it. Here is a custom painted one I had, the Roaring one that eats action figures, but it no longer makes sound. Another awesome custom one I had made. Here's another Roaring one. Its entire body lights up green. It's just my lights are kind of bright. So you could have these guys battle it out. Oh, another cool thing about this red one, it does have the flexible neck. You could push its neck all the way back to like that, and it looks like it got broken or something. Here's the super colossal one that could eat about 50 action figures. Custom painted super colossal one, custom painted to look like Destroyer from Godzilla. It could pretty much eat the new one. Then let me show you where Mattel got the idea for the slot for the dinos. This is the Hasbro Chaos Effect T-Rex. I mean, this will eat full-size action figures. This is from Jurassic Park. Comes with this coffin with the guy inside. It'll eat the whole coffin there, slide it down into its stomach, and you pull it out of the slot in its belly. That's where they got the idea for the slot in the belly from the Hasbro ones. Okay, so our first one is the Gigantic Thrasher's EO Triceratops. It's T-Rex versus EO Triceratops. Who will be our oops, battle's over. EO Triceratops versus Cops. It is awesome. Another Jurassic World Rebirth Dino. It has a stomp attack. Oh, we didn't even check it out. So it has the head butting action, has the up and down. If you turn the tail, the feet lift up and stomp stuff to death. Really cool looking coloring. Awesome. Okay, let's free her from the packaging. Awesome. Okay, so the EO Triceratops has an awesome stomp attack. So it's missing its sound, and it does also lower and it doesn't twist its head. It will lower its head, and you could have its legs like lower like that. That's kind of cool. Stomping action, I don't know. So the fat man walks through the wood and gets stomped to death. Okay, so it is a really cool looking dino. I mean, the action features kind of gimmicky, but it's got like a big, huge rubber frill, dark brown, light brown spots with some blue coloring. Really cool, aggressive looking horns. I mean, that is one awesome dino. Outside our giant Jurassic Park gates, which I had custom made for me. Start up the Jurassic World Fun app, hit the scan button, scan off the picture I included for you guys. And we have an awesome new Triceratops to add to our park. Cool. Very aggressive looking dino. Then our next one is the gigantic Thrasher's Tyranotitan. Chomping up and down action, twisting action. The mouth opens and chomps. The arm moves to attack. Really cool looking dino. Says total thrashing action. And we have the Triceratops, which I just showed you. Okay, let's free her from her packaging. Awesome. Tyranotitan vs. T-Rex! Who will win? Keep on watching. Long vs. Tyranotitan. Okay, let's check out the Tyranotitan. So you got the awesome twisting, turning, chomping action. You got the head up chomping action and down. Really cool looking dino. Does move its arms at the same time that it chomps. So if the fat man's like skipping through the woods just enjoying his day and the Tyranotitan just sneaks up behind him and eats him for a... Okay, so really cool looking. Dark green, blue, and red coloring. It's got this cool red frill under the neck. It looks almost like the frill on a rooster's head. So maybe chickens are the last dinosaurs left. So there's his teeth. It's got really cool red spots, evil looking red eyes, and it's got spikes on its back. It's just an awesome looking dino. I think this is my favorite Tyranotitan Mattel's released yet. Start off the Jurassic World Fun app, hit scan off the picture I included for you guys. And there we have our brand new Tyranotitan. Really aggressive looking dino, really awesome wood scene over there. And then you could also scan it to your desktop if you want. Okay, there it is live on our desktop, battling the T-Rex. How cool is that? Okay, then our next one is the flesh-colored Wild Roar Baryonyx. So it has the down and up chomping action, the tail turning, thrashing, chomping action. Really cool looking Baryonyx. Sounds awesome. It says control the attack. There's the other three, which I already reviewed. Time to free her from the packaging. Let's not forget the tail. Simply go ahead and snap it on, and you're ready to go. Baryonyx vs. Colossal! Who will win? It's Baryonyx vs. Colossal! Okay, let's check out our albino Baryonyx. So head chomping action up or down. You got the twisting, turning, chomping action there. So like if the fat man's just hip skipping and hopping through the woods. Baryonyx just sneaks up and makes a snack out of him. Okay, so it is like a flesh-colored Baryonyx. That's why I call it albino. It's close. The arms raise and lower. It's like a orange fleshly color. Brown on the back. You got some cool looking green eyes. You got a cool roar. So it's a fun Baryonyx. It's just, I mean, they could have done better. I mean, they did better on a lot of the other dinos. Toenails aren't painted or anything. So, I mean, this dino could have looked a lot better. Start up your Jurassic World Fun app, hit scan off the picture I included for you guys. And we got our brand new Wild Roar Baryonyx. Cool looking aggressive dino. Let's go ahead and put it on the desktop. Okay, there it is attacking our T-Rex. That's so cool. You can make it come live on your desktop. Okay, so we got the Rage and Roar Tyrannosaurus Rex mask with LED lights. So, pull it up. You got a really cool roar. You see the eyes there. When it's angry, they turn red. Then they turn green. Then they blink. They blink again, they turn off. So it has 3 levels of roar. So it has a little roar, a medium roar, and then a loud roar. Awesome. Let's go ahead and unbox it. Cool. Okay, so here's a Tyrannosaurus Rex Rage and Roar mask. Does fit adults and younger. Got the light up LED lights that actually are red. That they do light up. They blink. It's really cool. Then there is our dinos wearing the masks. The Super Colossal Indominus Rex has the T-Rex mask, and the Super Colossal Tyrannosaurus Rex has the Spinosaurus mask. Awesome. They look cool. Here I changed my lighting so you could see it better. If you open it all the way, it does roar. It turns red and it roars. And then it looks at you. It blinks, it looks at you again, and it blinks. So, really cool looking. You see out these big, huge holes, so you got very good views. Most masks, you got like a little hole to look out of. With these big ones, I mean, it's awesome. So this is a really good mask, and it's a lot of fun with the new LED light gimmick. Cool. This one is the Roarin Spinosaurus mask. Really cool looking mask. Dark gray, yellow coloring. The teeth are awesome. I mean, this, in my opinion, this is even cooler than the LED dino mask. The LED one is a cool gimmick, but this one just looks sweet. Okay, time to unbox it. So here is the Roarin Spinosaurus mask. Sorry, I gotta adjust the straps better.
very cool looking.
I still have to say this is my favorite mask because of how it looks. This is the Roarin Spinosaurus mask with these big, huge vampire teeth that fit up into here. I mean, this is just one sweet looking mask and really nice roar. I mean, it is awesome. Okay, so our next one is the Jurassic World Rebirth Velociraptor mask. Out of the three, this is the most generic one. I mean, it doesn't make any sound. It looks like a lot of the earlier Velociraptor ones. So, I mean, this is probably one I would skip.
And then here is the Velociraptor mask. All three of them do fit adults and probably teenagers. I would say juveniles too. This one looks almost like a skull.
Then again, the Velociraptor mask is kind of generic, but it's still a fun mask. But it's one we've seen before, just with new coloring. Okay, then our next one is the Strike Attack Indominus. This has a cool, like, chomping action, very weird looking dino, like a mix between a dino and a walrus. Wow, that is weird looking. So here it says massive chomp, and here's the other three, which I've reviewed for you guys. It's weird, it says now it's made in Vietnam. I believe before they were made in China. And he's free! It's T-Rex vs. Indominus. Battle over. Indominus vs. The Indominus is an awesome, weird-looking dino from Mattel. I'm glad they keep bringing out all these weird ones. If you look at it, it's got like a dino combined with like a walrus head and tusks. Okay, so you got the chomping action, the legs move. You got these big, huge tusks that stick out. It's just a really awesome looking dino. I love the new ones Mattel has been coming out. Start up the Jurassic World Fun app, hit the scan button, scan off the picture I included for you. I will scan off the dino. There we have our Indominus. Man, that guy's even cooler looking in like real life. How cool is that? Okay, then our next one is a Strike Attack Mosasaurus with a cool little chomp. Very goofy looking dino, actually. I mean, it's like, hey, amigo, give me some food, man. I'm hungry. Wow. That's our first black colored Mosasaurus. The others were, I believe, brown and green. So that looks really cool. There's the other three. And he's free! Mosasaurus vs. T-Rex! Man, are you ugly? You ugly and you stink! Your mama dressing you! Mosasaurus vs. Claw! Okay, so the Mosasaurus is a funny looking dino. You got the action there. Hey, my name is Dino! Give me something to eat. So you got the crazy tiny little arms there. This is the first. It's the first Monolithosaurus we had in like a black color, like a gold stripe. It looks almost like the Indoraptor. Really cool. The Jurassic World Fun app. Hit the scan button. Scan off my picture. And there we have our awesome new Monolithosaurus. Cool. Okay, our next one is the Strike Attack Uxosaurus. Move the tail, the head moves, move the head, the tail moves. Really cool looking dark green lime colored dino. It says head striking action. Cool. And he's free! Uxosaurus first Quetzalcoatl. Uxosaurus first. Okay, then the Uxosaurus. So you got the head butting action if you move the tail, or if you move the head, you've got the tail swinging action. Cool dark and lime colored with brown on the bottom. Like I said, the head does move. You got the big spikes on the tail. Really cool, aggressive looking dino. Looks great. I saw our custom gates I had made on Instagram. The lights light up and flicker just like they do in Jurassic Park, and it's big enough to fit a super colossal Indominus Rex. Jurassic World Fun app. Hit the scan button. Scan off my picture. And there we have our brand new Uxosaurus. Very aggressive looking herbivore. Okay, so Strike Attack Tapejara. Wing flapping action. Ugliest dino. Well, I don't know. That D-Rex is pretty ugly, so it's got competition. It says wing flapping action. Time to free her! First Indominus Rex! Battle over! Tapejara first! Then our second ugliest dino ever, the Tapejara, because that D-Rex cannot be beat. I mean, that is the total ugliest dino ever. But this one comes pretty close. I mean, it's just, ew. Man, even this guy's mama is scared of him. Okay, there we have it. Jurassic World Fun app. Hit the scan button. Scan off my picture. And there we have our brand new Tapejara. Man, he's even uglier in person. And if you've been watching my videos, you'll see as of now I have the whole collection of the Jurassic World Rebirth Dino toys. Cool. Okay, then our next one is a Frenzy Pack Proceratosaurus. These are like the bottom of the line dinos, so there's not much action features. I do have all of these here except for that aquatic one. Proceratosaurus vs. T-Rex! Oops. Proceratosaurus vs. King Kong! Time to unbox her. She's free. Okay, so let's check out the Proceratosaurus. So So it is a small dino. It's the cheapest line of dinos Mattel has. Mouth opens, arms move, leg moves, and that's about it. Dark blue, brown, and orange coloring. So it is still a really cool looking little dino. Start up the Jurassic World Facts Fun app. Hit scan off the picture I included for you. I will scan off the dino. And there we have our awesome Proceratosaurus. Cool. Then our next one is the Frenzy Pack Ioni. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is the zombie dino. It's got like an herbivore back, but if you look at the front, it's got like dead zombie eyes, zombie face, really creepy looking. And there's the other ones you could buy in this line. And she's free! Ioni vs. T-Rex! Ioni vs. Okay, so let's check out the Ioni. Like I said, it's like a mix between like a chicken, a zombie, and a small dino. Head does move back and forth, arms move, leg moves. It's like an orange, dark green coloring. And of course, it has the zombie eyes. Start up Jurassic World Fun app, hit the scan button, scan off the picture I included. I'm scanning off the dino, and there we have our awesome Ioni. Like I said, definitely a zombie looking creature. Cool. Okay, it's the Frenzy Pack Edmontonia. Really cool looking spiky herbivore. And there's the other ones. Okay, she's free. Edmontonia vs. Cretaceous. Edmontonia vs. Okay, so the Edmontonia is really cool looking. This is like the tank of the dino world. It's got all these spikes out the sides, on back, all armor plating here. It's got a spiked tail that swings around. This one, the head does move too. So if a dino's like attacking, I mean, it's gonna be like biting like a rock, and then these spikes are gonna stick in the dino, the spiked tail, and I mean, the dino is not gonna have a good day. So really cool looking, dark green, dark gray, like lime type coloring. Awesome. Start up the Jurassic World Fun app, hit the scan button, scan off the picture I included for you. I will scan off the dino. And there we have our awesome Edmontonia. And then if we want to see our collection, we could just go to home, hit our collections there, Jurassic World Dominion. And then as you could see, I have pretty much all of them because I've been unboxing all of these for you guys. Okay, let's go ahead and add these awesome dinos to our giant Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, Godzilla, King Kong studio. Over 1,000 dinosaur toys. Awesome. From Hasbro, Mattel. Lots of custom Mattel sets that were sent to me, and I mean, just lots of stuff. You can see here I have a huge mess because I've been unboxing 30 of the new Jurassic World Rebirth Dino toys to show you guys awesome, amazing dinosaurs on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Amazing Dinosaurs channel. Today we are checking out my collection of hybrid, battle damage, and other super cool and unique dinosaurs. Starting with this battle damaged Tyrannosaurus Rex. Let's open it up. Here is the completed Tyrannosaurus Rex. Here is the battle damage. When you press this button on top, that's when the battle damage comes out. Look at that. So you can switch back and forth, and it shows up on both sides too. This is a super cool T-Rex. I'm super excited to add this to my collection. Right up front here, we've got a super cool and unique looking Indominus Rex. I think this one is a hybrid, don't you think? Look at the coloring on this. It's got bright red, it's got the gold feet. Look at the horns on top too. That is different from a normal Indominus Rex. Let's see what cool functions this has. There's a button right here. Let's see what happens when we press that button. Wow, very cool. Those are some giant spikes. You definitely don't see that on a normal Indominus Rex. Let's open up this brand new Albertosaurus. This is a battle damaged dinosaur. All right, so here's the battle damage on its side. You can see that we've got some scrapes on its leg, and the main feature is this ginormous battle damage right here on its side. Look at that. Even the bones can go up and down to reveal what's underneath. So you can put the bones back in place, and then you can cover it up so it looks like a normal dinosaur. And then you just touch it, and it flips open. That is super neat. All right, here we've got a hybrid Tyrannosaurus Rex. This one definitely looks different than a normal T-Rex because of those giant spikes on its back right there. Look at that. And you can actually close them and hide them. And then you press this button and bam, there go the spikes. That is super cool. And I love the coloring on this too. Look at that green, and then it goes into the yellow on the bottom. This is a super cool hybrid Tyrannosaurus Rex. Next up, we've got a special delivery. Let's open this up and see what's inside. All right, can you guess what's inside? I am super excited. Oh, no way, that's so cool. This is a battle damaged T-Rex. Look at that on its side. Look at all that damage that this T-Rex has taken from its fighting. And look at that, even on its face too. And on its neck. That is super cool. I really like these battle damaged dinosaurs. And over here, one of the biggest dinosaurs in my bin is the battle damaged Indominus Rex. Look at that, just like the T-Rex that we saw earlier, the battle damage is on its side and you can open and close it like this. Well, the button doesn't seem to be working too well right now. There it is, there's the battle damage. And it has the button on its tail to open and close the mouth too. This Indominus Rex is the full package. Super cool. Here we've got a brand new battle damaged Pteranodon. Let's open it up. So this is a pretty small dinosaur, but look at the top right there. You can flip open the top and bam, there's the battle damage, and you can close it so it's all healed once again. This is super cool. All right, we've got some more battle damage T-Rexes. These are my favorite. Look at that battle damage. And these T-Rexes are fully posable. Look at that. You can keep his mouth open like that. Here is the next battle damage T-Rex, and just like the other one we saw, it's got some scrapes on its tail, on its legs, on its side, and even on its face again. Look at that. This is one fierce T-Rex. This has been through a lot of battles, don't you think? This one is super bright, look at that. I think this one is a hybrid Dilophosaurus, don't you think? It's got those frills on the front. Look at that bright orange on its back too. Wow, check this one out. We've got a ginormous Triceratops. And there's the battle damage on the side. Look at that. The skin is made entirely out of rubber, and when you squeeze it, the head can go up and down too. And this is from actually the original Jurassic Park toy line. So this is actually a pretty old classic toy. Here is a ginormous Stegosaurus, and look at that. It's got the battle damage right on its side as well. Check out these spikes. Look at the size of that. You can swing that around, and you do not want to be in the way of those spikes. Watch out, here comes the Stegosaurus. Here is another Dilophosaurus, but this one is also super brightly colored. Do you think this is a hybrid? And if so, what do you think it's a hybrid with? Here is one of the stars of the new Jurassic World movies. This is the Endoraptor. This one is super cool because you can bend and adjust all over its body. Look at that. It is super adjustable. Even its neck you can twist and move up and down. This is a super neat Endoraptor toy. Here's a fun fact about the Endoraptor. Did you know that typically they like to run on all fours? But if they need to, they'll stand up on their two hind legs for fighting or for running or whatever they need to do. Here is a teeny tiny little Tyrannosaurus Rex. And look at that battle damage on its side too. Here is another one of my favorite dinosaurs from the new Jurassic World movie. This is the Scorpius Rex. And this is a hybrid dinosaur. Check this one out. This is a little Mosasaurus that goes swimming in the ocean. And it's got the battle damage on the side. That is super cool. All right, we've got another battle damage Albertosaurus. And right here, here's the battle damage. Once again, you can move the bones up and down, or you can hide it completely. Did you know that Albertosauruses weighed as much as a car? That is ginormous. That is so cool. Here we've got a little Spinosaurus. I think that's a Spinosaurus, but look how bright it is. It's bright blue and bright red. I definitely think that this is a hybrid. Plus, it's got battle damage on the side too. Look out, here comes a Stegosaurus. It's got the battle damage on the side. And I'm not sure, do you think this is a hybrid? It's got some unique stripes on the side. I actually can't tell if this is a hybrid or not. But it definitely looks really cool, don't you think? All right, here we've got two more Triceratops too. And look how different they are. This one's a bright green, this is a darker green, but they both have the battle damage. Look at that, it's got the scrape on its side, and the bright green one has one that you can flip up and down. That is super impressive. Look at that over here. We've got a little itty bitty Velociraptor. This is Blue the Velociraptor. And we've got the battle damage on the side too. That is so cool. Oh, we've got a bunch of small dinosaurs here. Look at this. Let's check these out. And they all have battle damage too. This is the Herrerasaurus. Look at that battle damage on the side too. This one is the Stygimoloch. Look at the horns on the top of its head. Those are massive. And of course, it's got the battle damage on the side too. This one is a Monolophosaurus. Check that out on the side. You can open and close it, and its mouth opens and closes too. And of course, we've got a Triceratops with the battle damage. That is super impressive. Look at those horns too. Only a few dinosaurs left. This is the Pachycephalosaurus. This dinosaur has a super hard head, so it can go bumping and headbutting into other dinosaurs. And check out that battle damage as well. Our third to last dinosaur is the Baryonyx. And check out the special feature on this dinosaur. It has a sliding button on its back that'll slowly open its mouth. That's incredible! This is super cool! Next up, we've got a super cool looking Allosaurus. This is one of my favorite dinosaurs. And just like the last one we saw, it has that special sliding button. And our last dinosaur, the Suchomimus. And the special feature for this dinosaur is this big old button on the back that moves its neck and makes it roar too. I hope you enjoyed these super cool battle damage, hybrid, and special feature dinosaurs. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back to the Amazing Dinosaurs channel. Today, I'm going to show you a huge collection of Jurassic World figures. Let's start with these brand new, and I've actually got this giant one right here. Let's open it up. This is a ginormous Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's got the foot stomping action. And it's got a roar with a button as well. Let's check that out. That is so cool. Plus, this set comes with a cage that you put around its head that it can break free from. Let's go ahead and put that on. and check out the action. All right, so here is the trapped T-Rex, but I think he can break free. Let's see him try. Ready? 3, 2, 1, break free! Wow, that is so cool. I love that action. I've got a few more brand new ones to add to my collection, starting with this one. This is the Tanystropheus. Let's go ahead and open this up and let's check it out. Wow, look at that really long neck. And I love the coloring on this. This is like a bright blue color. I don't have that many dinosaurs that are colored like this. And that really long neck leading up to this awesome face right there. Look at those teeth too. And I believe this one has an action as well. If you move the tail, then the neck moves up and down. That is so cool. And I've got another brand new dinosaur to add to my collection. This is the Styracosaurus from the Fierce Force collection. Let's check this out. So this looks kind of like a Triceratops, you know? But it has a lot more horns. And this one has an action as well. If you move the tail, then the head goes up and down. And I really like those, it's like a glowing yellow and orange right there on the front of its head. All right, which one should we do next? I think we should do this awesome Indominus Rex. Look at the coloring on this. This is so bright and so cool looking. It's got the blue belly with the purple on the side and on the top. And then it's got that black ridge all the way down with the orange outlining it. This is a really cool Indominus Rex, and it has 2 actions. You've got the button on the tail for the roar, and you've got a button up top here for the slashing action. That is so cool. Look at all those teeth. Up next, right in front here, we've got a giant Spinosaurus. Look at the blue coloring on its spine, and look at all this brown and tan. I think that this would blend into the jungle really well. This one would sneak up on you, and it would pounce on you before you could even know it's there. This is a really cool figure. And right over here, we've got one of my favorite T-Rex figures. This one is different from all the others because it has this green and brown coloring all over it that'll make it blend into the jungle more than any of the other T-Rexes that I have. And it has some action buttons as well. It's got the foot stomp right here. And if you move the tail, it'll move its head too. That is super cool. The coloring and detail on this Tyrannosaurus Rex is super realistic. Over here, we've got another Tyrannosaurus Rex. This one is like a brown-orange color. The legs move, the tail moves, the arms, and look at all the battle damage all over it. It's got it on its leg, on its tail, on its side, and I really like the ones on its face too. It makes it look a lot more tough. Look at that. That is so cool. Uh-oh, you better watch out. Here comes another Indominus Rex. This one is a normal colored Indominus Rex, but it still has the same awesome action buttons like we saw on the blue Indominus Rex. Got the roar, and you've got the slashing action. That is so cool, and look at all these spikes and bumps on its back too. This Indominus Rex is huge. Uh-oh, you better watch out. Here comes one of the biggest ocean monsters that we saw in the Jurassic World movies. This is the Mosasaurus. Look at the size of its mouth. That is huge, and all those teeth. If you saw this in the ocean, you better get away fast. All right, we've got another Spinosaurus with different coloring. This one is green and red, and I think would blend into the jungle just as well as the other one probably. Maybe not with the red, but who knows? it's still got the same awesome action button for its jaw. And you can move its arms, its legs, and its tail as well. This is a really cool Spinosaurus figure. Over here, we've got another super cool Tyrannosaurus Rex. This one, though, has the battle damage that you can turn on and off. Check it out with this button right here. That is so cool. So when you're playing with another dinosaur, and the other dinosaur comes along, and it bites him on the side, you can turn on the battle damage just like that. That is super neat. And of course, we've got a Carnotaurus right here. This is like a red and orange dinosaur with a brown on top with all those little spikes. That is so cool. And up, he's a loud dinosaur. And up top here, you can see that it's got those two huge horns. You better watch out for this one in the jungle. All right, let's keep digging. Over here. All right. This is a Scorpius Rex from the Jurassic World movies. Look at those poisonous spikes. I think they're quills actually on its tail. And it's got two action buttons. Look at all those teeth right there. And the second action button is for the arms. Also, look at that massive claw on its foot. That is so crazy. All right here we've got a giant winged dinosaur. This is the Quetzalcoatl, or I think that's how you pronounce it. But this is a huge flying dinosaur, and it's got two action buttons right there on the top. Let's see what they do. The first one flaps its wings like that. The second one moves its beak up and down. That is super cool. This is a huge flying dinosaur figure. Oh, look at this right over here. One of the coolest dinosaurs from the new Jurassic World movies, the Indoraptor. On this figure, the jaw doesn't open and close, which is a bit of a bummer, but you can still move its arms and its legs and its tail as well. And look at that detail of the gold stripe down its side. Check it out. We've got two more Scorpius Rexes right here in the back. Look at this. One of them is a bit smaller than the other. This one has the action buttons just like we saw before. And this one, the smaller one, doesn't have the action buttons, but it still has the same coloring and those poisonous quills on its tail. All right, let's keep digging around. Let's see. All right, here is an Allosaurus. Look at that action. That chomping action right there. That is so cool. This is a gray dinosaur, and it's got those yellow markings all along its back and tail. And it's quite movable as well. You can move all the parts of its body. All right, here we've got an Ankylosaurus with battle damage. This Ankylosaurus has an action as well. If you move its leg, then its tail will move back and forth for hitting its opponents, and its face will move up and down too. That is super cool, and I love that battle damage. That's a cool little detail there. All right, we've got another vicious Indoraptor. This one has a mouth that can open and close, and its entire body basically can move as well. It is fully adjustable. So this is a great model to have up on your shelf. And once again, that gold stripe all the way down its body. That is so cool. All right, here we've got what I believe is a Ceratosaurus. It's got that big horn on the front and all those tiny little, I think they're like spikes or bumps right along its spine. And it's got an action button as well. Wow, that is super scary sounding. All right, here we've got one of the most popular dinosaurs from the Jurassic World and Jurassic Park movies, the Velociraptor. And this figure is superposable. Look at that, you can move its legs in any direction, even its claw right on its foot can go up and down. This is a great superposable Velociraptor. Up next, we've got a miniature Spinosaurus with battle damage and an action as well. You move the tail, the head can move as well. You better watch out for Spinosauruses whenever you're near water, because these dinosaurs are known for hunting for fish. That is super cool. All right, we've got another Velociraptor right here. I think I got a few more in here. Oh yeah, here is Blue the Velociraptor, and it's got the battle damage too. That is so cool. But this yellow Velociraptor actually has a spring jumping action like that. Look at with its legs, they're spring loaded, so it can leap up into the air. You ready? And back into the bin. This is a super cool Velociraptor and super bright. Oh, look at this super bright dinosaur. This is so colorful, bright blue, and the dark blue and gold as well. This, I believe, is a hybrid dinosaur, I think between a Stegosaurus and a Triceratops. That is so cool, and it's got the battle damage too. Right over here, we've got a miniature Mosasaurus. We saw the big version of this, and now here is a smaller toy version. But this one comes with the battle damage. Look at that, you can even see some bones in there too. And look at this one. This is a baby T-Rex. Look at that, it looks a lot like an adult T-Rex. Still has the same stance and overall form, but it's just a lot smaller, and it looks like a baby in some ways. And it's got the action as well. Check this out. We've got another superposable Velociraptor. Look at how you can pose its arms and its legs, and its head and even its neck too. You don't see that very often in figures. And look at those claws again. You can move them up and down, just like how they do in real life. Here we've got another Ankylosaurus, I believe. Look at all that armor plating, and it's got the spikes on the side as well. And it's got an action button right here. When you press it, there goes its tail. You better watch out. You do not want to get hit by that tail. All right, look at this one. This is a Metriacanthosaurus. This is a super bright red dinosaur, and it's got those black stripes all along its back and its tail as well. And it's even got a little bit of like the orange yellow on its face too. And it's got the action button. This is the Edmontosaurus. Look at that. Yellow up top and the blue along its head, and it's a super colorful dinosaur. Do you think that this would blend into the jungle still though? Let me know in the comments below. Look at this giant dinosaur. This is an Pseudoceratops, and check out those giant horns. They kind of look like the horns of a bull, don't you think, in a way? That's really cool. And we've got the action buttons up top as well. This is a massive dinosaur. You better stay out of the way of this one or he might stomp on you. Oh, we've got another Allosaurus right here, but this one looks different than the last one that we saw. This one is blue up top and then a tan on the sides and the bottom. And we've got the action buttons. Let's see what they do. That is super cool. Here we've got a tiny little Stygimoloch with a super hard head and the spikes, and with the action as well, so it can headbutt other dinosaurs to defend itself. And here we've got two differently colored Gallimimuses. We've got a bright orange one here, and then like a blue-gray Gallimimus right here. Oh, you know what? We've got another Gallimimus in here. I missed this one. But this one also has different coloring. Look at that blue and red up top, and the orange sides, and the orange tail as well. Just a few dinosaurs left. Here we've got a baby Ankylosaurus. Look at that. It still has that hard covering up top to defend itself against predators. Oh, right here we've got two twin dinosaurs. These are the Ornitholestes. And they're both brown with the yellow striping on top and a little bit of orange on their face right there. Here we've got a bright green dinosaur. This is the Sauropelta. And check out those massive spikes on its back. I bet those are for defense against predators. And here are our last two dinosaurs. This is the Herrerasaurus. With the battle damage on the side too. That is super neat. And this gray dinosaur is the Troodon. Welcome to the Amazing Dinosaurs channel. Today we are checking out all of my vintage Jurassic Park figures. Some of these figures were even made in 1993, so let's go ahead and get started. The first that we're gonna unbox is one that I actually just bought on eBay. This is a Spinosaurus JP39. This looks a lot different from the new Jurassic World Spinosauruses, for sure. You can see it's got a green and gray body. It's still got the big old spine, but the head shape is different, and it's quite a bit smaller, but it does have some actions too. You can see you can pull down on the arm or the chomping. You can see some wear and tear throughout the body, but I got it for a pretty good price, so. This T-Rex is an original 1993 Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus Rex made by Kenner. It's got an all soft body, it's a soft rubber, it's got a green underbelly and a red side with spots. Its legs though are made of hard plastic, and then it transitions up to the soft rubber right up here. And with this figure, when you squeeze the stomach, it has a roaring function. It used to have sound effects and it doesn't work too well anymore. But it's a pretty old figure, so what can you expect? Next up, we've got the JP53 Chaos Effect Velociraptorix from Jurassic Park. This is a pretty interesting looking dinosaur. They definitely aren't making any figures that look quite like this anymore. See, it's got these spikes all over its body. It's got these wing-like things and a super long tail with those spikes at the end as well. And you can see that it actually is spring-loaded so that when you move the legs, its neck can move up and down, and its arms go up and down too. Next up, we've got a smaller figure. This is the Chasmosaurus JP21. This figure is in decent condition. You can see it's got the tan side, brown underbelly, and the gray top. Plus, it has an action with its leg that when you pull it, it goes into a roaring position. And the sound effects still work, actually. Next up is the Jurassic Park Lost World Tyrannosaurus Rex from 1997. This is the JP28 figure. This once again has the rubber body. It has some pretty cool coloring with yellow, black, and a green-blue color, and a light underbelly. And you can see that it actually has the throat tunnel all the way down to its stomach, just like the Super Colossal figures I have now, but a bit smaller. This figure back here, I believe, is another Lost World Tyrannosaurus from 1997. You can see it's colored way differently. I believe this one was custom colored at some point, but it's got the hard front arms that you can swivel, plastic legs, and then the rest of the body is rubber. And this also has the throat tunnel down to its stomach too. Now, obviously, this isn't a dinosaur, but this is still from Jurassic Park. This is the Lost World Humvee capture vehicle. See that it's got these things that come down on the side, as well as these that go up top. I believe these are for humans to sit inside so that they can see way higher when they're riding way high up on the car. Next up is the 1997 Jurassic Park Lost World Thrasher Tyrannosaurus Rex. This T-Rex has hard plastic legs. The entire leg is made of hard plastic on both sides, as are the arms, but the rest of the body is that soft rubber again. And with this figure, when you move the tail around, it actually swings its head back and forth. Way over here on the edge, we've got a Super Colossal T-Rex. Now, I actually don't know how old this figure is, but it looks quite a bit different than all the other Super Colossal T-Rexes that I have. Might have been custom painted, but let's check it out. You can see the battle damage on the side. Plus, it comes with some sound effects when you open the mouth. That's pretty awesome. And just like all the rest of my Super Colossal figures, it is pretty adjustable. You can move the tail, the legs, the arm, and you can open up its mouth really big. Up next, we've got a Jurassic Park puppet. This thing is pretty old, and I believe it is a Velociraptor. It made it entirely out of rubber, so the whole thing is pretty soft. This is the Jurassic Park Lost World Stegosaurus. JP24. You can see that I don't have the battle damage cover anymore. I'm not sure where that went. But this figure has a harder plastic body, and the tail is a softer rubber that swings back and forth. Here is the classic Triceratops from Jurassic Park. This is JP08. See, it's got the battle damage on the side, and just like many of the other figures, it's got a soft rubbery body and a function when you squeeze the stomach, the head goes up and down. Next up is the JP06 Battle Damage Tyrannosaurus figure. This figure, once again, has a soft rubbery body throughout most, except for the feet are hard plastic and the arms. Most of its body is a light tan color with that darker striping on top, and it's got a lighter underbelly. And let's check out that battle damage on the side too. You can see the bones and a little bit of underneath the bones too. Next up is the Jurassic Park 3 sound activated stalking raptor. Now the motor doesn't work in this figure, but originally you turn it on and it would be able to walk forwards slowly and stealthily. This figure is hard plastic all over. It's got the light underbelly, the dark brown sides, and the purple color right along the top. This is the Lost World Pteranodon, JP22. This figure is really old, and it's a little worn down, as you can see. It's got the blue and gold body. Its wings are actually a fabric, and there's a button on the top of its body used for flapping its wings. Here's another flying dinosaur. This is JP48. This, I believe, is an Ankyloraniodon. It's got some bright green on the underside and purple on the top. Check out those claws. And there's actually a button on its back that you press, and it curls its tail inward. And all in all, this is probably over a foot long from wingtip to wingtip. Next up, we've got JP63. This is the Jurassic Park Baryonyx. I've actually got another one, another very similar Baryonyx right here. And both of them have an action with the leg. When you move the leg, it moves its head back and forth. Next up is the JP23 Pachycephalosaurus with a ramming head. Now it's slightly broken because when I press the button, the head will fly off, but that's a pretty cool spring-loaded head ramming action. Here we've got the JP19 Lost World Parasaurolophus. This dinosaur has some pretty cool coloring with the striping down its back and the red right around its head and neck. And this dinosaur also has an action button. You press on its back and it runs. This is the JP18 Jurassic Park Velociraptor. This dinosaur has some pretty unique patterns over its body. It's got the striping, but it's also got these dots and on its arms and neck as well. And it's really quiet because it's an old figure, but it actually does have sound effects. This figure is the Jurassic Park 1994 Utah Raptor. Most of its body is that soft rubber, aside from its legs, which are hard plastic, and its arms. And on this dinosaur, the legs are spring-loaded so that when you press beneath its tail, it'll dip down for a chomp. This is JP58. This is an Amargo Spinus. This has some pretty cool coloring with the black, tan, and red all over its body, and it has an action with its leg that when you pull it, these spines stand up on its back, on its neck, and it opens its jaw too. This figure is the JP44 Lost World Triceratops. This is a smaller figure. It's got that dark green coloring, and this figure also has an action. When you move the leg, it lifts his head up for a roar. Next up, we've got the JP02 Dilophosaurus. This is a pretty small figure, and you can only move the legs on this one. But this is a classic Jurassic Park figurine. Next up is JP47. This is an Allosaurus, and it actually has battle damage that you can take on and off. Look at those huge pieces that you can take off to see what's underneath. You can take it off the leg as well, see the bone underneath, and you can even remove parts of its tail too. That is super cool. Here we've got JP42. I believe this is a baby T-Rex. It's actually got a broken leg on its right side. It's got that dark coloring on the top and the light brown and tan on the bottom too. I've got some identical JP06 Velociraptor figures. They've got the brown sides, the dark top, and the light underbelly. This is JP12. I believe it is called a Lycinops, and it looks kind of like a saber-toothed tiger. Next up, the JP10 Velociraptor. This has a bright red top and a yellow side and a white underbelly, and when you move its legs, it actually opens up its arms. Plus, I've even got some classic figurines. I've got 2 of the Lost World Ian Malcolm glider action figures. I've got the 1997 Ian Malcolm figure.
Come on!
And I've got the Alan Grant figurine as well. I think I've got a few more human figurines in here. This first one is the Robert Muldoon figurine.
Oh boy!
This second one, I believe, is Harpoon Harrison.
Awesome!
And I believe this one is the Jurassic Park Lost World Nick Van Owen.
Gotcha!
Last but not least, we've got a few teeny tiny figures in here. Can you guess what type of dinosaurs these are? Let me know in the comments below.
Oh boy! Awesome!
Welcome back to the Amazing Dinosaurs channel. Today we are doing a shelf build of my Jurassic Park and Jurassic World figures, and we're going to be putting them on display on this empty space on my display shelves. So let's get started actually with this brand new figure, the Super Colossal Atrociraptor. Let's open it up. I am super excited to check this one out. All right, here's the fully assembled super colossal Atrociraptor. Let's check out all the features. First, check out the face. It's a fully adjustable mouth as usual. It's got the tunnel down its throat to the stomach compartment, just like all my other super colossal figures. And you can rotate the wrists, you can move the arms up and down. You can actually twist the neck as well. And you can fully move the legs, can twist the ankles, and the tail is adjustable as well. Even the tip, you can twist a little back and forth. This figure is massive. Let's go ahead and put this right at the top of the display shelf. All right, let's grab this big old Atrociraptor and put him at the very center, the very top. All right. Next up, we've got a vintage Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus Rex. Look at those marbled eyes. And this T-Rex actually has a throat all the way down to its stomach so that you can feed it miniature dinosaurs and stuff. And that's pretty cool. Let's put this right next to this little dinosaur right here. Looking good. Over here, we've got a giant Indominus Rex. This one has the chomping and the claw slashing action, which is pretty cool. Let's put this over on the left side of the shelf here. Here's another vintage Jurassic Park figure. This is a Pachycephalosaurus. Now, the headbutting action on this figure is broken, so I can't show you it. But let's go ahead and put it next to that huge T-Rex from Jurassic Park right up here. I think this will be my Jurassic Park shelf right here. Next up, we've got a little Atrociraptor. Look at the coloring on this. Super bright. It's got some brown on the top, and it's got some huge glass eyes too. Let's check out this button on the top and see what it does. Cool, it's got a chomping action. I want that to go right in the center here. Next up, we've got a huge old Spinosaurus. This is I believe it's the extreme chomping one. And you can see it's got the green body with the iconic red spine. Let's put this right next to the Indominus Rex up top here. We've got a vintage Jurassic Park Stegosaurus with battle damage. Look at that. And this Stegosaurus actually has a rubbery tail so it can swing back and forth. That is pretty cool. Let's put it on our Jurassic Park shelf. Here's another vintage Jurassic Park figure. This is a Triceratops with battle damage and a roaring action. All you have to do is squeeze the belly. That is really cool. This is going on the Jurassic Park shelf. Here is a Jurassic World Ceratosaurus with battle damage on the side. This one is a pretty small figure, so let's put it in the middle shelf here. Just stand him up like that. Here is a Parasaurolophus, I believe, from the Jurassic Park toy line. And this figure has an action button on its back that you use to make it run. This is super cool. Let's put that on the second shelf of this Jurassic Park shelf here. Next up, we've got a huge Jurassic World T-Rex. This one has a huge roaring action with the button on its back. That is so cool. And this is a super big figure too. Let's put this next to the Spinosaurus up top. Here is another T-Rex from Jurassic World. This one has a brown body with darker brown on top. It's got an action button on the tail for roaring. And you can actually move the tail back and forth to control its face. Let's put this on the left side next to our other T-Rex. Here's another vintage Jurassic Park figure. I believe that this is a Velociraptor. Looks like it. And it's got an orange body with black stripes on the top and on its side too. Let's put this on our lower Jurassic Park shelf right here. Here's another big T-Rex. This is a Jurassic World figure, and it's got the battle damage all over its body. On its chin, on its neck, on its legs, on its torso too. And it has a button on the top of its head for the roaring action. Very cool. Let's put this next to our other T-Rexes from Jurassic World. Here's a scary looking dinosaur. This is a Therizinosaurus. This is a super loud toy. It's pretty sensitive, as you can see. You barely have to move it for it to have sound effects. Check out those huge claws on its hands. Look at that mean face too. That is really cool. Let's put this in our center shelf. Next up, we've got another Indominus Rex from Jurassic World. This is actually an older figure, so it's not from the newest Jurassic World Dominion movie. You can see it actually has a rubberized neck right there, while the rest of its body is a hard plastic. Let's put this, we're running out of room on the left side, so let's put this next to the Atrociraptor. We've still got another big old dinosaur in here. This is a Jurassic World Dominion T-Rex. This one has a huge neck and head, larger than many of the other figures that I have. And it's a darker brown color than many of the figures too. And just like the others, it has an action button on its tail to activate the mouth. Let's put this right next to the Atrociraptor. This figure is an Allosaurus. This is from the old Jurassic Park line, and it actually has battle damage all over its body that you can take it out and see the insides. It's also got one on its leg here. Let's see if I can get it off. So you can see the bone, and there's one on the tail too. All right, let's put this on our Jurassic Park shelf. Here's another Parasaurolophus. This one, though, is from the Jurassic World toy line, so it's a bit newer than the Jurassic Park figure that we saw earlier. So let's put this right here in the center. Here is another figure that was pretty hard to find. This is an Irritator, I believe. It's got the light blue and the dark blue on the top and the brown bottom. Let's put this over here on the left side. Here is a vintage Triceratops from the Jurassic Park toy line. You can see that when you move the leg, it goes into the roaring action too. That is pretty cool. It is a pretty small figure. Let's put this on our Jurassic Park shelf. Next up, we've got a newer dinosaur from the Jurassic World Dominion movie. This is a Yangchuanosaurus. It's got the orange right at the top of its head, while the rest of its body is green and brown. This figure is pretty cool. And on the tail, it's got a button for the roaring and chomping. Plus, you can move the tail around to control its torso and head. Let's put this dinosaur right next to the Irritator. This dinosaur is pretty bright. It's got some bright red, yellow, and black on it. This is from the old Jurassic Park toy line, and this one is, I believe it's pronounced an Amargospinus. Check it out. When you move its leg, it sticks out its spines on its back, on its neck, and it opens its mouth too. Let's put this right next to our other Jurassic Park figures. From Jurassic World, this is the Concavinator. Check out this interesting hump right on its back. It's got some bright red and purple, as well as the purple on its face. Plus the action button on its hump, when you press that, swings its tail back and forth, plus this other action button opens and closes its jaw. Let's put this one front and center. Over here from Jurassic World is a Cryolophosaurus with bright yellow coloring on the sides and bottom, and brown and orange on the top. Let's put this dinosaur right next to the Yangchuanosaurus. Up next is the Sarcophagus. This dinosaur lives in the water and has a green underbelly inside and the clay red top. Let's put this dinosaur right next to the Cryolophosaurus. Next up, we've got this super special Baryonyx. I believe this is from the Hammond collection, and there's a bunch of points of articulation all over its body, and you can of course open and close the mouth too. These are some pretty cool figures that the Hammond collection is coming out with, I think. Let's put it next to the Sarcophagus. Right over here, we've got another big dinosaur. This is a Carcharodontosaurus, and it has one action button on its back that activates the jaw chomping. That is really cool. Let's put it next to this Atrociraptor. Here we've got another Atrociraptor from Jurassic World. This is one of the basic figures. You can see it's got the bright red eye and then the white body with the brown or black stripes. Let's put this next to the Baryonyx over here. Here is a Jurassic World Endoraptor, and you can see that it is in the crawling position as if it's sneaking up on its prey. Let's put this next to the Ceratosaurus up here. Here's another Jurassic Park figure. This is a Velociraptor. It's got the chomping action, and you can move its arms and its legs. Let's put this right here. See, this gold one right here is a hybrid T-Rex. I believe it is a hybrid with a Dilophosaurus, and it is super brightly colored. It's orange and gold. Since it's so bright, why don't we put this right in the dead center? We've got some more Atrociraptors here. Check these out. This Atrociraptor is in the crawling mode. You can see it's laying close to the ground, whereas this Atrociraptor is just standing up. Let's put these right next to the big Atrociraptor over here. Here's another older figure from Jurassic Park. This is a Chasmosaurus, and it's got an action lever on its leg that causes the roaring. Let's put it on our Jurassic Park shelf. Here we've got a basic figure of a Pyroraptor from Jurassic World. This is from the new Jurassic World Dominion movie, and I think these ones look really cool. Let's go ahead and put it on the shelf. I think we have some space right beneath the giant Atrociraptor. Over here, I believe that this is a Chialingosaurus. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Let's go ahead and find a home for this on the shelf. Right beneath this big old Spinosaurus. Here is a Monolophosaurus with some pretty cool coloring. It's got some orange and yellow and a green body. Let's put this figure right underneath these T-Rexes right here. Next up, we've got another vintage Jurassic Park figure. This is a baby Triceratops. Look at those glass eyes. The rest of its body is gray and blue. This originally came in an egg shell that I probably have somewhere, but for now, let's go ahead and place it right on the edge of the shelf right here. Next up is an extreme damage Coeloris from Jurassic World. Check it out. You can press this button and it activates the battle damage on and off. That is pretty awesome. Let's put this figure right next to this giant T-Rex here. We'll be standing right next to him. Just a few more left. Let's see what we got. We've got a bright blue Velociraptor and a baby T-Rex with a bandage around its leg. Let's find a place for it on the shelf here. Let's put the raptor right over here. And the baby T-Rex right underneath this giant T-Rex. And for our last two dinosaurs, we've got a tan Gallimimus and a super bright Dilophosaurus. Check out all that yellow and red on its frills. That is super cool. All right, let's find a place on the shelf for these. Let's have the Dilophosaurus go right up here. And the Gallimimus right next to the Indominus Rex. Welcome back to the Amazing Dinosaurs channel. Today we are checking out this huge collection of dinosaur toys that I have on my shelves right here. Let's go ahead and start right over here with the Tapejara. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's a little winged dinosaur. Look at that, that is pretty cool. But what I'm most excited to show you is this giant T-Rex right here. Look at the size of that thing, and it's custom colored too. Up next, we've got a little Chialingosaurus right here. He's a cute little guy, you know? Beside it, we've got this nice little Indominus Rex here. It's like a little baby Indominus Rex. And its mouth opens and closes too. And then right beside it, we've got Mama Indominus Rex. Wow, look at the size of that thing. And it's even got a stomach compartment so you can actually feed the dinosaur other smaller dinosaurs. And right beside it, we've got another gigantic T-Rex. Look at that. This is so cool. This is such a huge dinosaur. And right beside it, we've got a little dinosaur called the Shringosaurus. Check out those horns. It's a funny looking dinosaur, don't you think? Over here, we've got this cool, rubbery Indominus Rex. It's got this rubber skin texture that makes it feel kind of like a real life skin, you know? And right beside it, we've got one of my favorite dinosaurs, the Carnotaurus. Look at how ferocious they look, and those huge horns on top. Up next, we've got another massive T-Rex. Look at the size of that compared to the dinosaurs beside it. And this one's a cool gray color too. And look at those teeth. Those are some huge teeth. Moving on, we've got a little baby Triceratops right here. Look how cute he is. And he's got the battle damage on the side as well. And right beside it, we've got another vicious red dinosaur too. This is an awesome colored dinosaur. Check that out. And at the very end of the shelf here, we've got a cute little Gallimimus. Isn't that cute? Moving on to the next shelf, we've got this giant Quetzalcoatlus. Look at the size of this thing. Those wings are huge. Up next, we've got a Mama Dilophosaurus and a baby Dilophosaurus, still inside the egg. Moving on over here, we've got this awesomely covered Sarcophagus. Over here, we've got this yellow dinosaur with the red top and that huge horn, but I'm not sure what kind of dinosaur this is. Do you know? Why don't you let me know in the comments below. On our next shelf, we've got this awesome looking Triceratops. Look at the size of those horns and all those little horns along the edge too. Right beside it, we've got this cute little Ankylosaurus right here. And up next, we've got this massive Ceratosaurus. Let's see what kind of noises it makes. Wow, that is super amazing. Right next to it is a dinosaur called the Callovosaurus. This is a smaller dinosaur, but look at that coloring too. I really like that yellow and blue combination. Up next, we've got the Ouranosaurus, and it's got a button right here. Let's see what happens. Whoa, that is super cool. That is awesome. On to the next shelf over here. This is a Dracorex. It's a smaller dinosaur, but check out all those spikes on its head right there. And right next to it, we've got another big dinosaur, the Cryolophosaurus here. Look at that yellow coloring with the orange on top. That is super cool. Right beside it, we've got a giant Pteranodon. Look at the size of this thing. It has to be like a foot wide with the wings. And the final dinosaur on this level is the Suchomimus. Moving down to the next shelf, we've got a huge Indominus Rex. Look at this. And he's even got space inside the mouth that you can fit dinosaurs in. Right beside it, I've got a little Herrerasaurus. This is a little guy, you know, but it's still a pretty cool collectible. And of course, one of the most popular dinosaurs, the T-Rex. And right beside it, we've got one of the largest ocean dinosaurs, the Mosasaurus. This is a super cool dinosaur, and I love having this one on my shelf. All right, let's move on. Oh, over here, check this out. This is a Scorpius Rex. Wow, that is super cool. Right beside him, we've got Owen from the Jurassic World movies. Say hi, Owen. Up next, we've got this beautifully colored Narsutoceratops. And I think the horns on this guy is even bigger than a Triceratops. Look at that. And over here, we've got this little T-Rex. It's green colored, but it has the battle damage on the side too. And right beside it, we've got the Carcharodontosaurus, and it has an action button. That is super awesome. And the last one on this shelf is a Dilophosaurus with that super bright coloring. Up next, we've got another giant Indominus Rex. But check this one out. This is a hybrid Indominus Rex. Look at that coloring and the spikes and the gold on its claw. And it's got this button right here. That is so cool. Right beside it, I've got this little Gallimimus dinosaur. And right next to that, the Albertosaurus. And this dinosaur has battle damage as well. Check that out. Moving on, we've got a huge Stegosaurus right here with those massive spikes on its tail right there. And the last one on this level is the beautiful Concava Notter. Look at that bright red on its back and that purple right on its face too. And it's got an action button. Let's see what happens. All right, moving down a level, here we go. All right, another giant Mosasaurus. Everyone watch out! And over here, we've got another small water dinosaur. This is called the Plesiosaurus. Right beside it, this awesome T-Rex. And look at this button on it. Look at what it does. Wow, look at that roar action. That is so cool. And in the middle shelf, we've got a Baryonyx right here. Oops, I knocked over this guy. This one is a Pachycephalosaurus. And another T-Rex. Look how giant these are compared to the other dinosaurs. That is so cool. And right next to the T-Rex, I've got this awesome colored Dimetrodon. Look at this. Look at the size of that spine on its back too. And over here, oh, do you see that? It's a Velociraptor. Look out, oh no. And over here, perched on its rock, is a Pteranodon. One of the coolest flying dinos. At least I think so. Okay, moving on to the next shelf. We've got this awesome looking Baryonyx. Look at that. And right beside it, a cute little Stygimoloch with battle damage on the side. Over here, we've got a giant Stegosaurus. Look at the size of this thing compared to the Stygimoloch. That is huge. But wait, you haven't seen huge until you've seen the next one, which is the giant Spinosaurus. Wow. This dinosaur is so cool. And the final dinosaur on this level is the great Carnotaurus. Everybody watch out. All right, let's move down another level. This is the final level, and it has some more giant dinosaurs, like this giant Apatosaurus. Look at the size of this guy. Right beside it, I've got this awesome blue Velociraptor. Look at the coloring on him. And right beside it, we've got another giant Spinosaurus. These are so cool. I love the coloring on their spines. But wait, there's even more. Look at this giant Velociraptor. This is huge. It's probably 2 or 3 feet long. And right below it, we've got Blue the Velociraptor as well. Moving on to the next shelf here, what do we have? We've got a giant Carnotaurus. Look at those horns. And it's even got some battle damage as well. Look at that. And with this dinosaur, you can actually feed it smaller dinosaurs, and it has a stomach compartment at the bottom too. That is super cool. And a baby Carnotaurus, look at that. Over beside it, we've got a family of Brachiosauruses here. Look, here's the first baby, and here's the second baby, and then we've got the mama Brachiosaurus right here. This one is huge. But check out beside it on the next shelf, this is a giant T-Rex, and look at all the battle damage that it has on its neck and on its face too. Look at the size of those teeth right there. Some of them are broken because this is an old toy, but this is still a really cool looking T-Rex. And look at that, right next to it, we've got a smaller T-Rex, ready to fight as well. And right beneath it is another dinosaur that I would not want to mess with in the wild because of the size of these spikes. This is the Sauropelta. And last but certainly not least is this giant Velociraptor and this tiny little Dimorphodon on top. But check out this Velociraptor. Look at those teeth in its mouth. And just like the other giant dinosaurs I have, this Velociraptor has a stomach compartment. So you can actually feed it small dinosaurs, and it goes all the way down to its stomach where you can take them out again. That is super cool. All right, that is all the dinosaurs that I am currently displaying on my dinosaur shelves. I hope you enjoyed checking out all these dinosaurs, and I can't wait to see you next time when I show you even more. Welcome back to the Amazing Dinosaurs channel. Today we are checking out my huge collection of Camp Cretaceous figures, and I've even got some brand new ones to unbox as well. Let's get started with the biggest one, the Extreme Damage Tyrannosaurus Rex. Let's open this up. All right, let's click that tail in. There it is. A brand new T-Rex for my collection. Let's check out this battle damage. That is super cool. I already have a few T-Rexes like this, so this will look super cool next to them. That is awesome. Next up, we've got the Sammy and Velociraptor set. Let's get these open. All right, let's check these out. We've got these teeny tiny little dinosaurs that can hang on our arm. Those are really cool. Hooray! There's Sammy, and then we've got the Velociraptor too. Mouth opens and closes, and there we go. That is a really cool set. Next up, we've got the Darius and Brachiosaurus set. Let's get this open. All right, here we go. There's Darius with a pair of binoculars and the Velociraptor vocal resonator. That's how he can call out and sound like a Velociraptor. And then we've got this baby Brachiosaurus too. How cute. This is awesome. So cool.
Yahoo!
And over here, we've got the great Masiakasaurus, or I think that's how you pronounce it at least. But let's open this up and check it out. All right, this is so cool. Look at all that spotted yellow coloring. And it's got that red, brown color over its entire body too. And it's got a button here. Let's see what happens. Awesome, it's got a chomping action. How cool is that? All right, let's dig in. Let's check out these Camp Cretaceous figures. First off is a giant T-Rex figure with a stomping action when you twist its tail. And a roar as well. How cool is that? Right here in the center, we've got a bright red Metriacanthosaurus. And this one has a chomping action as well. That is so cool, and I love how bright this dinosaur is. Here's one of the biggest dinosaurs in this bin. This is the great Indominus Rex. And it's got a claw slashing action too. And look, you could probably fit some dinosaurs down its throat too. So it could actually eat some dinosaur toys. So cool. Over here on the other side, we've got the mighty Spinosaurus with a bright red spine and its nose, and then a brown all over the rest of its body with some striping too. And of course, this dinosaur has a chomping action as well. That is so cool. Look at how big its mouth is. So many teeth. Right up here, we've got another bright dinosaur. This is like a bright tan color. This is a Carcharodontosaurus with chomping action. How cool. Here's another T-Rex. This one is huge and it has 2 actions. It's got a tearing action with its jaw. That's so awesome. And then it's got a tail whipping action too. This figure is huge and so cool. Right up at the top here, we've got this blue Suchomimus. Check out the spine all along its head, all the way to its tail. That is really cool. And this dinosaur has an action as well. That is an awesome roar action. Right here in the back, we've got an herbivore. This is the Ouranosaurus. And look at that on its side. There's a lever. When you press that, what happens? That is super cool. It's got a roaring action. Uh-oh, you better look out. Here comes the Carnotaurus. I really like this action figure. It's one of my favorite dinos. Here is an Ankylosaurus with a tail swiping action. That is super cool. That would be a great self-defense mechanism. Plus, it's got this super hard shell on the top right here. Look at all those spikes too. Over here on the side, we've got a dark green Ceratosaurus. Look at that huge horn on its head and all those teeth. Let's see what this action button does. Wow, that is awesome. This dinosaur would blend into the jungle really well. Oh boy, here's one of the scariest predators. This is a Scorpius Rex. These figures are so cool and pretty big, I'd say. Maybe like a foot from head to tail, maybe a little bit more. And it's got 2 actions. It's got the claw slashing and the bite. Here is another scary looking predator. This is our Sarcophagus. Look at that bright orange, purple, and red on the top. And then all those humongous teeth. All right, here we go. One of the most popular dinosaurs, the Velociraptor. And this one has gold coloring on its head, which I think is super cool. Here's a dinosaur that I don't have that many of. This is a Concavinator. And it's got 2 actions, chomping and a tail swipe action. That is super cool, and I love the bright coloring on this dinosaur. Got some smaller herbivores in here. Let's check these out. This, I believe, is called Minmi. And look at all those spikes all over its body. Right here is a baby Triceratops, and it's got battle damage on the side too that you can open and close. And this one is called a Stygimoloch. Look, it's got that hard head and some spikes right on the top too. I bet those would hurt. All right, another predator. This is a Baryonyx with brown coloring on the top and green on the sides and bottom. I think we've got a few more velociraptors in here. Let's see how many we've got. All right, I think that's all of them in the bin. Here are 4 Velociraptors, each with different coloring. This is a dark green one, and this Velociraptor is in a crouching position. And we've got this tan brown Velociraptor with slashing action. And of course you've got Velociraptor blue with battle damage. And then this final Velociraptor that's like a light green color. Up next, wow, look at this giant flying dino. This is a Pteranodon, and it's got an action button up top. That is so cool, you can make it flap its wings. Right here in the back, wow, this is a super spiky dinosaur. This is a Kentrosaurus, and it's got an action button to swing those spikes on its shoulders from side to side. Right over here, we've got another Pachycephalosaurus. Here's a really brightly colored dinosaur. This is a Zuniceratops. Check out that lime green color and the dark gray all along the top and the head. All right, we've got another Ankylosaurus. This one is a red and brown color. And again, look at all those spikes and the shell on the top for defense. And this dinosaur has a swinging action too. Super awesome. All right, we've got a few more dinosaurs in here. This is a Dilophosaurus without the frills, and I think this also is a Dilophosaurus, but with different coloring. This one has battle damage, and this is an Alioramus, and look at that coloring too. Got the red stripes and the brown body. That is super cool, and you can open and close its mouth too. And we've got some flying dinosaurs in here too. This one is a Rhamphorhynchus, and look at those huge teeth sticking out of its mouth. And these two matching dinosaurs are Dimorphodons. And here are our final 2 dinosaurs of the Camp Cretaceous bin. This is a Dracorex with the bright green coloring and all those spikes all over its head. And this dinosaur is a Mosasaurus with the blue body coloring and the gray stripes on top.
Want to see more dino videos? Click the subscribe button now.